What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to another car review. We haven't done one of these in a minute. But today, I've got a pretty special car for you guys today. I love this car. Alright, boys and girls, so today I've got a 1996 C4 Corvette LT4 6-speed car, collector's edition, and yeah, let's jump right into it. Alrighty guys, so a little backstory on the C4 real quick for those of you guys that aren't C4 fanatics like I am. C4 first came out in 1984, being the first car, and ran until 1996, which is what this year is. And in between there was a bunch of different body changes, a ton of different engine changes, and yeah, this is kind of that weird middle ground of, it's an old car, but it's got enough tech in it to kind of not feel super old. And what's special about these cars is I think that these are kind of the performance car bargain to have right now in 2022, where car markets have gone kind of to the moon crazy for everything. These really haven't. They've gone up a little bit, but we'll get to that later in the video. So keeping in tune with tradition around here, starting off with the interior of the C4 Corvette. And it's, you know, set your standards, don't meet your heroes. You know, it's mid-90s GM in here. Everything's plastic, everything rattles. I think that's kind of the case with every C4. They all rattle like crazy. If you tell me your C4 doesn't rattle, you're lying to me and you're lying to yourself. Nobody likes that. You know, for being as rattly as it is, it's actually aged pretty well. It's a very nice place to be in here. These seats, even though they're the performance seats. Performance seats back then don't mean what it does today. There's no big, you know, one-piece carbon fiber Recaro buckets, you know, back in the 90s. I mean, so what performance seats really meant was it was kind of dynamic in the way you could adjust all the seats. But, you know, they're big and comfy for a big fellow like me. And it's a really cool place to be in the C4 Corvette. You know, you've got this weird new age that was coming about in the 90s where technology and digital and everything was, you know, the new cool thing. And so with that, you know, this car doesn't feel that old. You know, you've got your super cool gauges in the center, you've got your digital screen, which, you know, you can flip between a few different gauges. You know, you got your trip computers, your mileage to empty, you know, you got a couple different engine readouts on there, oil temp, battery, blah, 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 things like that. And then you've got kind of essentially everything that you can scroll through on the right-hand side in an analog gauge, and then you have an analog tack on the left-hand side. So kind of a cool mixture here and there. Moving along to the center, you know, you've got all your buttons to control everything. You have what looks like a screen up top, but that's actually just all of your notification, your check engine light warning, your airbag light, all that would pop up on that little screen right there. Moving down to just the classic radio, CD player, you know, and a tape deck. I think it's called a tape deck. Listen, I just pushed it in. Didn't mean to do that, but it's got it. Coming along to the center here, you got your 6-speed manual transmission, which let me just tell you, there's, you know, driving a manual is satisfying in a lot of cars. It's more satisfying in a Corvette. I couldn't tell you why. There's some rattles for you. The camera probably moved. It's just something about, you know, lightweight, good torque, 2-seat car, big V8. Something about driving a 6-speed Corvette just feels correct. I don't like that the shifter is about 6 feet up in the air. That's kind of annoying. But other than that, it's just an aesthetic thing for me. It drives fine. Cool things about this car is it's actually super well optioned. You guys put in the comments below if you guys know of an option that this car doesn't have. But I mean, obviously, I think most Corvettes came with leather. This had the red interior option. It has the Chevrolet's ride control on there, so you have selective dampers on there, which is, you know, super high tech for a 96. You got your competition seats. I don't know if Bose Delco came in every Vette, but this one's got it, and it's a 6-speed car, so. She's fun. And then you just got your seat controls. I mean, you got one little button on the side that moves over everything, and you can switch back and forth between the driver's seat. I'm not going to show you that for two reasons. One, because you guys know how seats move backwards and forwards, and two, because this is a C4 Corvette, and basically all the seat motors are broken, and the only way they work is in uncomfortable positions. It doesn't actually move you back to where you want to be. It will just move you forward until you're uncomfortable and can no longer drive the car. So pretty common that those go out in C4s, and this one as well on the list. So another cool feature about this car is the collector's edition package. This color is called Sebring Silver, and while I'll admit it's probably not the first color I would pick for this car, it's a special edition. It was cool. They made a little over 5,000 of them, and so not a super rare car by any means, but kind of special. You know, last year's C4 collector's edition, you know, kind of cool to have and see. One thing you guys might notice is the seats in this car are gray, not red, and I believe that was because the previous owner was probably a bigger guy like me, and you know, 20 plus years of getting out of one of these cars starts to wear on the seats a little bit, so I'm betting he just found another set of collector's edition seats. Just happened to be silver, and but I think it goes well in this car. I think it goes well because of the outside of the car silver seats, it all blends pretty well. One thing I will tell you is this car drives amazing. The CF 6-speed feels great. So the fun thing about the 96 cars is every 6-speed car in 96 came with the LT4 that you got in the Grand Sport. So instead of about 300 horsepower, you have about 330. You get about 340 pounds of torque in this car. In a car that weighs 3,300 pounds, it's, by today's standards even, it's not bad. One super annoying thing about this car, and a lot of GM cars have it, this was the first car that had it, is it's got that freaking skip shift first, and as soon as you shift, I mean at 2,000 RPM or less, it just tries to kick you right into fourth. And I, just even driving it around, have had a couple instances where you're kind of pulling out in traffic, and you know, you try to grab second, and then it tries to kick you into fourth, and there's cars coming, and you just have to just kind of mash it into the carpet in fourth. That's annoying. There is a bypass that lets you get around that, but this car doesn't have that. It has just the kill you feature. You know, the cool thing about this car is it's not even terribly unpractical either. You know, you've got, you know, little cubbies here in both doors that you can put things. You've got a center console, which is a weird shape, where you can put things, and then you've got your whole hatch area back there, which obviously, you know, par for every Corvette is massive. Honestly, you can put a ton of stuff back there, and you know, would I drive this car every day? No, because it's a little bit old, but people do, and I have before. Fun fact, my very first car in high school was a 1995 Corvette, so I drove that for a whole year. So you can daily one of these cars. It's honestly a very comfortable ride, as long as you can get over a couple of the rattles here and there. And the party piece of every C4 and in most Corvettes is with the quite simple process of